मैं राकेश सिन्हा, जो राज्यसभा का सदस्य नाम निर्देशित हुआ हूँ, ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूँगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूँगा तथा जिस पद को मैं ग्रहण करने वाला हूँ उसके कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक निर्वहन करूँगा।
Professor Rakesh Sinha was nominated as member of the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of Indian Parliament, in 2018. A professor at the Motilal Nehru College, University of Delhi, Professor Sinha has authored several books, including a biography of Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh founder K.B. Hedgewar. He frequently appears in debates on national news channels. He was presented the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Award by then President Pranab Mukherjee on 30th of May 2017. He donated the entire amount of the prize money for social cause. He was also awarded the Bipin Chandra Pal Award 2000 for his writings by then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. From effectively raising issues of regional and national importance in Parliament to firmly airing the views in parliamentary standing committees, Professor Sinha has utilized every opportunity, focusing on legislative, deliberative and developmental goals.
Hello and a very warm welcome viewers. You're watching this special presentation of Sansad TV, your MP. And joining us today is a very special guest, Rajya Sabha member who represents the BJP, Mr. Rakesh Sinha. Sir, welcome to Sansad TV and thank you so much for joining us. Sir, you've been a professor. Tell me, how did the political inning begin?
When I was nominated in the Rajya Sabha in 2018, it was completely unknown to me. I was at my village home when my mother last rites was going on. Then I got the information and I joined the Rajya Sabha, and then I joined BJP. I joined as a nominated member, then I joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that is the beginning of my active political career. Earlier I was the honorary director of India Policy Foundation, a think tank related to Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. So not directly politics, but I have been consciously or unconsciously taking interest in political activities and political discourse in the country. And I have been the part of the television debate, and almost all the political issues I have been handling. So as a active political worker, you can say it begins from July 2018.
Professor Sinha has introduced 3 private member bills: Population Control, Terminated Employees Welfare Bill and Public Registry Credit Bill. The Terminated Employees Welfare Bill was introduced on 7th of February 2020 with the intention of formulating a policy for the employees being laid off due to change in management or policies or the government policies, or due to losses incurred as a result of an inefficient management. The Public Credit Registry of India Bill was introduced on 6th of December 2019 with an objective to create a public credit registry. Professor Sinha's special mentions focus on all important issues, including demand to address the problems being faced by people living in Diara areas of Bihar and Assam, and need for formation of National Diara Board. Professor Sinha is also Honorary Director of Centre for Study of Democracy and Culture. He is also a member of the Press Council of India, and he has been nominated to several social and educational cultural bodies, like member Anjuman Court of Jamia Millia Islamia University, and also member General Assembly of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations and member Court of North Eastern Hill University.
Sir, in these years, how do you see the participation that you've done in terms of being a member of the upper house?
You know, I am not more than contented, but I am satisfied with my activities and role. I have been raising the issues which are core to my heart. Issues relating to tribals, issues relating to migrant workers, and issues related to those people who have been marginalized in the last 7.5 decades. Just like the people who are living in the bank of rivers, that area is known as Diara, the land erosion. So such issues are being raised, the health issues, rare diseases. I raised the issue in the Parliament, and on a special mention I raised certain issues which attracted the attention of the government. one of them is Dr. Hedgewar, RSS founder, was a great freedom fighter, and he led a satyagraha movement in 1930 in Yavatmal, Pusat, and that issue I raised and government accepted that. I also raised one of the issues like that a museum for the children martyrs, like Baji Raut, who was martyred at the age of 12, Tileswari Barua martyred at the age of 12, and 7 freedom fighters in Patna. Out of 7, 5 from the 9th class, 6th was 10th class and 7th was the 11th class. Like Ramanand, Ram Govind, Satish Jha, these freedom fighters, and government accepted to construct a museum for the children martyrs. So, I am satisfied that issues I have been raising, and I am getting appreciation from both the ruling and the opposition parties. One of the issues I raised just after joining the Rajya Sabha, that whistling village in northeast, Kongthong. This is the unique village in the country where mother gives the tune to her child, and that tune is used lifelong. They call each other with that tune. This is a unique and only village in India, and then I got the appreciation from the members from the both sides. And now Kongthong got the mention. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speeches twice. Right. And there was a tune prepared for Prime Minister and from the village Kongthong, Pradeepa Khongsit, and this was retweeted by Honorable Prime Minister.
Professor Rakesh Sinha has adopted Kongthong village as part of Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana in August 2019. He wishes to develop the village and bring prosperity to the region. He has propelled several projects for converting it into a tourist site so that it can employ it for creating income opportunities for the local people. On August 18, 2020, Professor Rakesh Sinha drew inspiration from Prime Minister Modi's speech of 15th August 2020 for empowering women and sent soaps and sanitary pads to villages in Meghalaya and Bihar on September 1st, 2020. During his visit to Kongthong village, Professor Sinha unfurled national flag in Kongthong on Republic Day. He also contributed to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Swachh Bharat mission by distributing 100 dustbins and making 6 toilets. He gave 1 crore for the development of most tribal villages in Meghalaya, for schools and libraries through his MP-led fund.
Sir, this intrigues me to ask you, why so much of interest in Northeast?
You know, in the beginning I found that Prime Minister of India has visited Northeast more than all other Prime Ministers together, and there has been binary between Northeast and the rest of the India. So I thought that if Prime Minister is inspiring us to do something, I should see the Northeast closely. Then I visited Kongthong and Northeast. I found that there are many issues which remains unaddressed, unraised, and people are helpless there. So Northeast meant for them Shillong, Guwahati, Kohima, but Northeast is the tribal areas where people live. So I started raising the issues from Kwatha village in Manipur, or the Anini village, which is at the border of the Arunachal Pradesh. I know that in that village the people consider themselves descendants of Rukmini, भगवान कृष्ण's wife. वो अपने को भगवान कृष्ण की पत्नी रुक्मिणी की वंशज मानती हैं. And but the other negative feature of that village is that large number of suicides in that village. To such number of is such an extent that there has been 2 PhD on the suicides in the Anini village. Population is not increasing. This village is at the border of India and China. So I raised the issue of the Anini village. I also raised the issue of Subhash Chandra Bose, the first INA's headquarter. That headquarter has been in the hands of private people, and the government accepted that this headquarter would be owned by the government and new construction would be done. So I found that there is no scarcity of water in northeast, but scarcity of water in the homes. And tribals are getting marginalized. Therefore, I thought that if Prime Minister is inspiring us to do something, then we should take extra interest northeast. This also creates a kind of harmony. A person born in Bihar, had education in Delhi, and going northeast raising the issues without any political agenda and political interest. One more thing I am adding, when I have been working in Meghalaya, I have been soliciting the support of National People's Party, Congress Party, their MPs and MLAs. So I, as Prime Minister Modi ji always says that in the agenda of development, keep it beyond politics, narrow politics. So I am just following his words, and I am finding that that is yielding, that is constructively yielding my efforts.
Professor Sinha was born on 5th of September 1964 in Begusarai district of Bihar to parents late Shri Bengali Singh and late Srimati Draupadi Devi. His father was a freedom fighter. Professor Sinha completed his schooling from Netarhat Vidyalaya. For him, giving back to the society is truly a fulfilling experience.
So that is very interesting. Somebody who is born in Bihar, educated in Delhi, working for the Northeast. लेकिन सर रूट्स की बात करें, गिविंग इट बैक टू द सोसाइटी, और बिहार की बात करें, बेगूसराय की बात करें, तो वहाँ के लिए आपने क्या क्या काम किया है?
देखिए, बेगूसराय मेरा मातृभूमि है और माय फादर वाज ए फ्रीडम फाइटर, और बेगूसराय हम लगातार बचपन से ही जाते रहे हैं, कभी हमने मातृभूमि को छोड़ा नहीं है। तो वहाँ पर जब मैं 2018 से सक्रिय हुआ तो मुझे एक मुद्दा सामने आया। वहाँ गंगा के बेल्ट पर लाखों किसान सफ़र कर रहे हैं, चूँकि एक पुल नहीं था। 100 सालों से उस पुल की मांग हो रही थी, लोग मान के चलते थे, ये पुल का निर्माण नहीं हुआ। इसको सामहो मटिहानी पुल कहते हैं। और उस पुल के मैंने सिस्टमेटिक ढंग से उठाया, मैंने एक रिसर्च किया, पहले खारिज हुआ। मैं जब रिसर्च किया तो पाया उस पुल के बनने से झारखंड और उत्तर बिहार की दूरी 79 किलोमीटर, बिहार और पश्चिम बंगाल की दूरी 76 किलोमीटर, बिहार और उड़ीसा की दूरी 75 किलोमीटर कम हो जाएगी। 2 नेशनल हाईवे NH 80 NH 31 मिल जाएगा। जब इस होमवर्क के साथ मैं सरकार के पास गया तो सरकार ने जांच की और जांच करने के बाद इस मांग को स्वीकार कर लिया।
राज्यसभा के सांसद राकेश सिन्हा जी ने बेगूसराय में गंगा नदी पर मटिहानी शामो के पास ब्रिज बनाने का प्रस्ताव दिया गया है, उसमें NHI का अध्ययन करके DPR बनाने के लिए कह दिया गया है।
That became a historic और ऐतिहासिक हो गया। Then one more thing that there is a कांवड़ lake, जिसको कांवड़ झील कहते हैं, that is one of the biggest lakes in Asia that remain unaddressed। और वहाँ पर साइबेरिया से हजारों पक्षी आते हैं रंग बिरंगे मेहमान बन के, लेकिन झील के डिक्लाइन के कारण पक्षियों का भी आना कम हो रहा था, टूरिज्म भी नहीं था। मैंने उस झील के बारे में जब मुद्दा उठाया, सारी बातों को रखा, तो आई एम हैप्पी दैट गवर्नमेंट एक्सेप्टेड दैट, दैट बिकेम द पार्ट ऑफ रामसर साइट। रामसर साइट मीन्स देयर वाज ए इंटरनेशनल ट्रीटी इन रामसर and there are very few lakes in that Ramsar site. In India only 39 lakes are in the Ramsar site. Kanwar Jheel is the only lake from Bihar which is the part of the Ramsar site. One more thing I did. I met Ashwini Vaishnav ji, is very active and very dynamic rail minister. He inspired me to visit the railway station. I visited very small railway stations like Sahebpur Kamal, Danoli Fulvaria, Lakhminia, सनौली। अब ये रेलवे स्टेशन को कोई पूछता नहीं था। मैं गया वहाँ, वीडियो बनाया, DRM से बात किया, रेलवे ऑफिसर से, मंत्री जी को टैग किया, तो सभी रेलवे स्टेशन को जैसे क्वीन हो जाती हैं उस तरह से सजा दिया गया। रेलवे स्टेशन की सुविधाएं, पानी की, शौचालय की, प्लेटफॉर्म की, और वहाँ पर शॉप्स खुल गए, तो सभी रेलवे स्टेशन सुधार हुआ है। यहाँ सभी लोग, गरीब लोगों का ये रेलवे स्टेशन है। अब बखरी में एक सनौला रेलवे स्टेशन है, उसमें इतना सुधार हुआ है कि कोई कल्पना नहीं कर सकता है। लखमीनिया स्टेशन पर दिल्ली की ट्रेन रुकने लगी हैं, बेगूसराय में कुछ ट्रेन का रुकना शुरू हो गया। तो मुझे लगता है कि जो मातृभूमि है वो मेरा MP लाइट फंड का भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, तो इन कामों को मैंने किया। एक और जो महत्वपूर्ण काम है, ये सरकार प्रो फार्मर है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने हमेशा ही किसानों को प्राथमिकता दी है। आपको मालूम होगा कि असम में, बिहार में, उत्तर प्रदेश में, कई राज्यों में एक दियारा क्षेत्र कहा जाता है। दियारा का मतलब होता है जहाँ लैंड इरोजन होता है, और गंगा, नर्मदा, बाकी गंडक का पानी का, ब्रह्मपुत्र का पानी का रूट बदलता चलता है। किसानों का, एक किसान अपने जीवन काल में 3 बार घर बदलता है। उसके पास खेत है, फसल नहीं है। उस दियारे में मैं जाकर लगातार घूमता रहूं, एक एक दियारे को जाकर देखा, लोगों में जागरूकता आई। अब मुझे उम्मीद है कि उसका भी समाधान निकलेगा। एक और बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है, जिस शब्द का नाम बहुत बड़े अर्थशास्त्री भी नहीं जानते हैं, चौर बोलते हैं। चौर उस भाग को बोलते हैं जहाँ पर वाटर लॉगिंग होता है, पानी जमा होता है। इस मुद्दे को मैं 2019 से लगातार उठा रहा हूँ कि जब प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री थे तो नर्मदा का पानी वो 450 किलोमीटर से अधिक लेकर गए जहाँ पानी नहीं था। तो मैंने यह तर्क दिया कि ये गंडक का, गंगा का पानी और या वर्षा का पानी का जमाव जो हो रहा है उसको सिर्फ 2 किलोमीटर ले जाना है। जब नरेंद्र मोदी जी 450 किलोमीटर ले जा सकते हैं, असंभव को संभव बना दिया, तो हम 2 किलोमीटर पानी निकालकर किसानों को राहत क्यों नहीं दे सकते हैं? इन मुद्दों को उठाने से एक कॉन्शसनेस डेवलप कर रहा है, इंडेक्स ऑफ कॉन्शसनेस अमंग द पीपल फॉर देयर राइट्स, जेन्युइन राइट्स is growing.
Parliament of India provides representation to the people of the country and makes their voices heard. Parliament also acts as an effective check against the arbitration of the executive through the varied functions granted to it by the Constitution of India. Going forward, Professor Sinha wishes to effectively raise the issues of the people in India's supreme legislative body.
That's very inspiring, sir. Thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best for all your future endeavors. Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sansad TV. Goodbye for now from my side.